So 2021 was the first year that I started making money on YouTube, which is pretty darn cool. And you could say I'm a professional YouTuber because I get paid for my work. The only problem with that is the amount of money I've made this entire year on YouTube isn't enough to cover a single month of my mortgage. So I don't know how well that would turn out. Today, I want to share with you guys how much money this channel has made me in 2021 and go through some of the analytics and all that stuff, peel back the layers and be completely transparent with you folks. This is as much your channel as it is mine. I might sit in front of the camera and speak to the microphone, but without you folks creating the conversation in the comments and liking the channel, subscribing, sharing the videos, this channel would literally be nothing. I always find it very interesting when I see my favorite content creators do this because it's the world of YouTube and making money online is kind of a mystery for a lot of people. So it's kind of cool to see the possibilities that are out there. Without further ado, let's get into this dashboard and see how much money this channel has made me. All right, so if we go to the dashboard, go to analytics, you have all this info here that we'll dive into in a second, but I just want to give you guys the overall figure of how much money this channel has made me, just for you folks that are only interested in the number. So the number for this year of 2021, this channel has made me $1,559. So that's honestly pretty good. And we'll get into how you make money on YouTube and what these numbers mean and how it all works. We'll talk about that in 1 second, but $1,559. And like I said, that's not even enough to cover a single month of my mortgage payment. So I'm definitely not getting rich off this thing. And especially because I buy all of my own shoes, and that's where the title of this video comes in. I've lost more money than I've made on this channel by quite a bit. But it's all in good fun. It's stuff that I really enjoy doing. I love talking about the shoes with you folks. I buy these shoes mainly for myself to have fun. And it's just, I share them with you guys on the internet just because I want to do that. It's the shoes, buying the shoes, not a big problem for me because I'd do it anyway if I wasn't sharing it up with you folks on YouTube. And there you go. There's the total number for the year. And just very quickly, for those of you that don't know how you make money on YouTube, you'll see that I have this number here called playback-based CPM. And CPM is cost per mil. It's essentially how much money that the advertisers are willing to pay YouTube for them to put ads in front of your videos per 1,000 viewers. But that's not how much money I make per 1,000 views. What I make per 1,000 views is this number RPM. So every 1,000 views, I get about $6.40. And this is all in Canadian dollars, by the way. I forgot to mention that. This is not US dollars. This is Canadian dollars. So $6.40 is how much I bring home every 1,000 views, which, hey, you know what? That's pretty decent. That's pretty good. So let's jump out of this revenue portion and just take a look at the overall reach, because I find this very interesting. So in 2021, I've had 2.8 million impressions, which is up 322% from the previous year, which is pretty darn fantastic. My impressions click-through rate is 6.3%, which I think that's pretty good. And my views, 245,000 views in 2021, not bad. And just very quickly, I just want to show you the growth from 2020 to 2021, because you know what? When you look at these numbers, they might not seem that impressive. But if we look at 2021, in 2021, I only had 673,000 impressions. My click-through rate was 5.7%, and I had 61,000 views for all of 2020, which is, so you can see the growth there. Like, that's quite a bit of growth. And if we go back even another year, because I was doing this in 2019. So if we go to 2019, I started uploading in January 10th of 2019, and I had 27,200 impressions, 4.1% click-through rate, and 2.7 thousand views in my entire first year of YouTube. So guys, if you're going to start YouTube, the one thing I have to say is you have to be willing to put in the grind. I spend pretty much every waking moment that I'm not running or eating or working towards YouTube, trying to improve it, trying to get better at creating thumbnails, creating titles, thinking of different content ideas. How can I be more present on camera? All these different things. It takes a lot of work. It's not as simple as just sitting down and recording yourself talking to a camera. For people that are successful that way, all the power to you. Fantastic. But for me, I've been an example of having to put in the grind, put in the work, and I'm still not a massive channel. I'm a very small channel right now, but I continue to put in probably, 30, 40 hours a week on my YouTube channel at least. So that's the reach. That's pretty fantastic. And in terms of engagement, so in terms of the engagement tab, it just gives you like your average watch time, your average view duration, your top videos in the period, all that stuff. The YouTube analytics, they go so deep. You can get really lost in here, but I just want to focus on a couple of things here. 16,300 hours watched, which is, thank you guys so much. That is mind-blowing. Average view duration is 3 minutes and 59 seconds, which is up 3% compared to the previous year, I guess. Just quickly, let's look at 2020. I had 4,000 watch hours in 2020, so it's 4 times higher, like 400% growth. If we were a company and we saw 400% growth, that would be fantastic. And average view duration that year was 351, so I must be getting a little bit more engaging, which is fantastic. And just for fun, let's look at 2019 very quickly. In 2019, I had 160 hours of watch time. My average view duration was 3 minutes and 31 seconds. So again, we're seeing growth there again. So for audience, this is another interesting thing. So in all of 2021, I had 2.3 thousand subscribers, which is unbelievable considering we're only at 3,357 right now or something like that at the time of the recording. 2,300 is a massive increase. Like in 2020, how many did we have? We had 996. So we had 200% growth in 2021, which is fantastic. In 2019, you'll see again, we had 48 subscribers. I get that sometimes in a single day now. So that's what I mean. I grinded out in 2019, trying to figure out this YouTube thing, all that stuff. 48 subscribers, folks. That was, oh my God. This is just so crazy to me. So let's see this live count. So this shows you your subscribers. So right now you can see I have 3,357 subscribers. Look at this. So I started uploading January 10th of 2019. So I already had some subscribers for whatever reason. So I started at 19 subscribers. Just look at this trajectory. Almost no growth, no growth, no growth, no growth. We're starting to see a little bit here because around this time, I think it was May of 2020, is when I switched to running content. And once I switched to running content, I used to do like just general fitness and triathlon content. And it's not my niche. Like I did triathlon. I love triathlon, but honestly, I get much more enjoyment out of running. I'm much more passionate about running. I'm much more passionate about helping people get fit, form new habits, all that stuff. That's what I'm really passionate about. And this graph right here to me is proof that if you have passion about something and you want to share it with the world, you can do it on YouTube and you will see growth. Because look, as soon as I started to switch content focus, it's when I saw the growth. You can just see it was linear. And then we got a shout out from Kofuzi right here, actually. And that just kind of like, boom, shot us up. And since then, it's just been like what's that called? The rise and run, what's it called? Slope of the curve here is much, much lower than the slope of the curve here. It's just right now in comparison to where we were last year, our growth it's quite amazing, folks. And I thank you guys so much for all of the support. So yeah, I've made $1,559, something like that. $1,560 is what I have here, but that doesn't tell the whole picture because there are costs associated with running this YouTube channel because I don't get any of my shoes sent to me. I've gotten one pair of shoes sent to me and that was the On Cloud Stratus. But the rest of the shoes I buy myself. And like I said at the start of the video, I would probably be buying shoes regardless, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you folks. I buy shoes because I want to make content on them for you folks. Or if I see a shoe that I think would be really interesting for a video, I'll buy that shoe. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be buying so many different shoes. And the costs associated with these shoes, we know. Performance running shoes are very, very pricey and they add up quite a bit. So in total, in 2021, I've spent 4,910 Canadian dollars on running shoes. Now, like I said, I probably would have bought some shoes and all that stuff, but that's the cost associated with buying these running shoes. And then there's other costs associated with running this channel. The Adobe subscription that I used to use for Premiere Pro, Photoshop, all that stuff for my video editing. I actually have since canceled that because I switched over to Mac. So I find that Final Cut Pro, it's one-time fee and you don't need to pay the constant monthly subscription. And actually I'm still on the free trial of it, so I haven't spent money on that just yet. And there's also Storyblocks. So if you see me do like green screens or you see some of that B-roll that is obviously like stock footage, that comes from Storyblocks and that's an associated fee as well. So in total, the channel costs that I say are recurring, but fortunately we won't get that Adobe subscription anymore. I spent $1,150 on that. So my overall expenses for the channel of 2021 were $6,060.50. That's a rough guess. That's approximate. And then the channel revenue was $1,560. So do the math. The actual net revenue was negative $4,500. So it's kind of the cost of doing business, but it is kind of making me reevaluate how to do content in 2022. I'm still going to obviously do shoe content, but I don't know if I can really. I have to buy a deck. I'm getting married this year. So there's going to be less shoe content unless we start getting some shoes sent to me, but there's still going to be shoe content. It's just got to be a bit more, use a bit more discretion when picking the shoes that I want to review. So I'm going to need your input quite a bit. What shoes are you interested in? If you're interested in more shoes rather than others, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll put priority on ones that you're more interested in. So in total, this channel, like I said, lost me $4,500, which is totally fine. I hopefully will regain that over time. Like I said, I'm going to continue putting in the work, putting in this to grow the channel. And with your help, folks, I think we can do great things. So if you haven't already, please share this channel with a friend. It would really mean a lot if they're looking to get into running, if they're looking to lose a little bit of weight, if they need a little bit of motivation, all that stuff. Please consider sharing the channel with them. It means a ton. And folks, that's going to be it for our 2021 channel review. In 2022, we're going to continue putting in the work. We're going to continue doing a regular upload schedule. And we only did 62 videos last year, which honestly is not many. It's over one a week, but I want to up that. I want to do at least 2 videos a week and just see what we can do. That's what I want to do in 2022. And there are going to be set series because in 2021, I called it the year that fear ruled me because I want to do so many different things, but my fear was holding me back. 2022, I'm not letting fear hold me back anymore because it's just a waste. It's just a waste of my potential. I have these non-elite legs that just want to go fast, and I want to make a series for you guys and all that stuff. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But so folks, that is our channel review for 2021. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. And if you want to be part of the journey, hit that subscribe button. We want you on this channel. Be part of the group. And we got some merch dropping pretty soon too. I don't tell anyone I told you, but there is some merch coming. I can't wait to get it out in your hands. But I'm designing it myself. And well, I'm not very good designer. So we'll see how it goes. But I'll talk about that more when the time comes. All right, folks, thank you so much for making it to the end of this definitely different video compared to what you're used to, but I think it's fun just to go through it and talk a little bit of talk shop with you folks. All right, thank you. I'll see you on the next one.